Hello, Stitchers. It's Nicole. Welcome back to Stitching with Nicole. This is Flosstube episode 105. It is Tuesday, February 25th, 2025. You guys, how is it almost the end of February? I am back with my stitching update with you guys, plus a lot of market information. A ton of our favorites have come out since I've been here last. So we are going to dive into all of the market talk. I'm going to share an FFO with you guys. If you are part of my newsletter sign up, and there is a link right down in the description box below. If you are not signed up for my newsletter, please sign up. I had created my stitching newsletter several months ago, especially when I was doing the Hygge Holiday Stitch Along and such, just as an alternative way to get that information out to you guys. I say alternative way, but I know there's a lot who don't like to do Facebook, which was where a lot of that information was housed. And so I kind of have my newsletter or started my newsletter for that, but now it serves as a great way for me to communicate a lot of information with you guys. I've been sharing some market things. Let's see, I had an extra newsletter go out last week after Hands On Design dropped their stuff because it was after my video went up. And I also am going to start incorporating some sneak peeks of behind the scenes content before I film my next Flosstube episode. So if you like to get your format or get your information, your stitchy information right to your inbox, you will be the first to know if you sign up for my newsletter. Now, when you sign up for my newsletter, please make sure there's two choices: paper crafting with Nichol Spohr or stitching with Nichol Spohr. If you want both of the content, please go ahead and click the box for both. If you are just here for the stitching, and that is totally fine, please click the link for stitching. And every time I have a new newsletter, you will get an update. And there will be a new newsletter going out this week, and it will have a behind the scenes or a bonus early access content included. Just before we dive into today's episode, I do want to let you guys know, because I realized as I was editing the last couple of weeks of Flosstube that I have forgotten to tell you guys. I leave everything down I leave links down in the description below, as well as I try to list out things, even if I don't have a link for it. I really do take a lot of time to kind of curate, find all of those things for you guys to have it all in one easy place for you to find, so you can find links to everything I'm talking about today down in the description. Yes, I am sporting my new Lindy's Stitches Nashville Needlework Market sweatshirt. This is, I can't remember the name of this one. It's the crew neck style. I'm going to have it here on the screen, and I will have a link to this specific one if you're interested. This is a super cute, very cozy sweatshirt. I got mine in the navy color. You can get several different colors with this same design on it. So I picked navy. This is a size large for reference, and I love it. Super cozy, comfy, perfect for, sitting and stitching or card making, as I'm going to be doing here in a little bit live. I'm filming this Monday morning, and I do have a live today for paper crafting. So that is out. This will probably be piecemealed together as I normally do. I am going to go ahead and talk about all Nashville Needlework Market information right now. We're going to deep dive into everything that has been released since last week, everything that you can pre-order. this, I don't want to say this is my last update, but this may be my last update before market. We'll just see if anything else comes out. Now, I am planning on taking part in the Nashville Needlework Market Startathon. It's a fun event put on by Steph of Lindy's Stitches. So if you have taken part in like the Jingle Ball, it is going to be a similar kind of, it's on the same kind of platform. So that means that you pay a $10 cover charge, that's what we're going to call it, and you get in for the weekend. It's March 28th and 29th. There is going to be stitching rooms. The difference between it and the Jingle Ball, this is not something obviously where you buy tickets ahead of time and partake in classes. There's no classes, there's no shopping. It is an event specifically tailored to start something from Nashville Needlework Market. I am likely going to start at least a couple of somethings. I was going to start like everything I purchase, but that's not going to work. So I am going to make a plan and I will definitely talk about it. I will likely start talking about it in the next couple of weeks, and I'll send out a newsletter, my email newsletter, and let you guys know what I'm starting and any information I have, like what fabric I'm going to pick and all of that good stuff. So, today, in addition to updating about all of the good Nashville stuff, I do want to let you guys know that I have an FFO. I have a new start and finish since last week. I have progress on a whip, and I have a lot of things I didn't get done. But that is okay because I am working on, you guys, I greatly underestimated how much work it is to kit class stuff. It's for paper crafting, but it is taken up a lot of my stitching and finishing time, and that is just not fun. But that is okay. However, on Saturday, I went to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and with my friend Lori. We're both from the same area. So we drove down to the Silver Needle and we met up with Holly Jones, Mrs. Jones Stitching. I will link Holly here down below. And I got to meet her in person. We've chatted via text and, via social media and stuff for several months, but it was an absolute blast to meet her in person and hug her in person. And, because she made a joke one time, like, did we just become best friends? And it's from Step Brothers, and it's like one of my favorite lines. So, and I mean, I'm sure it's a lot of people's favorite lines. And so it was really cute and really funny. And I just love her. We had such a good day. We shopped at the Silver Needle, and then they didn't have anything going on. And we were able to go to like their classroom area and just sit and stitch. And our wonderful friend Karen, who is from Oklahoma, and Karen is in our little stitchy group, and I love Karen to bits. She, her last day at her previous job was Friday, so we kind of celebrated that she is in her little time off week before, or time off couple weeks before she starts her new job. So it was kind of a celebration as well as meeting a new friend. It was a really, really nice day. And I just love those girls, and it was good for the soul. But, it was for us here in Wichita, it's about a 3-hour drive. Not quite. 2 hours and 40 minutes probably to there and then also back. So it was a little bit of a jaunt. It was a little bit of a day. But it was worth it, and it's always so good to get together with others in person. And if you ever have the chance to go to the Silver Needle in Tulsa, Oklahoma for a class, or if you just want to order from them via phone or via their website, I highly recommend it. They are wonderful there, and I love every time we have visited. I have loved it, and it was definitely no exception this time, and I didn't really have a lot that I needed to shop for with market coming around the corner, but not yet, of course. So they don't have any market release because they haven't been there. So I did have something on my list, though, that I was looking for, and I was able to pick up quite a bit of it. So I will share that during Enable Vision. Let's go ahead and jump in to Nashville Needlework Market. Okay, Nashville Needlework Market, Nichole's top picks for 2025. I am, of course, back this week with another little screen share-y version of what I am loving from Nashville Needlework Market. As I talked about in the intro, many of my top favorites have come out since I was here last week, things I was waiting for. So let us talk about those. I am going to do a screen share again, and we're just going to go through Lindy's Stitches. I have partnered with Steph of Lindy's Stitches again for this, and we're going to share everything that she has up for pre-order. Let me see. Let me get to the right page. Here we are. I was going to say, I thought I had it already all ready to go. So from her pre-order or from her website, I'm going to kind of walk you through the website again. When you get to lindysstitches.com, we are going to go here up at the top to Nashville Needlework Market. When you click this, this takes you directly to the pre-order page for everything that Lindy Stitches has available for pre-order or that is coming or planned to come for Nashville Needlework Market 2025. Now, Nash Stash patterns are marked as pre-orders. This means they are ordering that for you and you are assured of that. Some pre-orders have closed, and that means that the designer had a cutoff date for receiving their order from vendors in order to have them ready for you at market. And you definitely need to follow Steph of Lindy Stitches for that information. Now, if it's sold out, if their pre-order is sold out, it's going to show sold out here in the shopping section. They will order a few extra, but that also means that if those sell out, the extras that they have pre-ordered, they will have to order more, probably likely aftermarket. I was going to see if there's anything in here that I know is closed that maybe is sold out that I could show, but I'm not seeing it. So actually, I don't know why this is at the bottom of the list. That's really funny. This is a new chart from Stacy Nash. These were all just listed Monday morning. This is the Rose Hill Farm Sampler and Smalls by Stacy Nash. This is gorgeous, you guys. I did put this on my wish list. I'm going to enlarge it for you guys to see. So not only do you get the large sampler, but you get some small, it looks like a little biscornu, another little pincushiony thing. I don't know what she's calling it. Here's a closer look at those. So those are the smalls. Look how cute. So that one is a fun one. Anyhow, back to talking about how market works. That if things are showing sold out, that is what it means. Okay, here's a good example right here. The cookbook. This had to be in fairly early. I want to say it had to be in like by the 16th or 17th of this month. And I'm sure they ordered extra copies, but even the extra copies have sold out. So click notify me so that they know, so that Steph and her team knows that this is something that hopefully they can order more of. Now, fabric. Fabric is the exception to this ordering rule. I have seen several comments about this in both my Facebook group and in the YouTube comment section. So I felt like it was important to let you guys know about the fabric. I promise we're going to get to all the designers, but I want to show, for example, Fabrics by Stephanie. This was a comment that I noticed specifically. This is her pomegranate fabric made to, or specially made, I don't know, or she and Kathy got together, but this is what Kathy stitched the beautiful ladybug on that everyone's going crazy about, including myself. And this fabric, she is getting the count of fabric that Kathy stitched this on, that the model is stitched on in Ada, linen, and Lugana. However, it says sold out. It is not sold out Linen is something that they actually have to go to market, stand in line at the vendor for, and hope that they get a quantity. When they get back, this means that then they can put it up on the website for sale. Your best course of action here, guys, is to go down here to notify me. Click notify me, put your email address in, and then when they get back from market, that email will go out and it's first come, first serve. So if that is not the count of fabric that you want for it, I would suggest going directly to Fabrics by Stephanie and putting in your order. Just know that she is about 4 to 5 weeks out on her orders. So it will be a little bit before you get your fabric. And that's just because of market and, getting back and getting all of the things. She'll have a lot of stuff. That's pretty typical for fabric dyers. So that's just one example. And I did want to touch on that with the fabric because I know it's kind of crazy. The other thing I want to mention to you guys, see this funny little prairie schooler Santa image and you're like, well, there's no cross stitch chart here. That is because the pre-order for the 2025 Prairie Schooler Santa, we don't really know what it's going to look like. It is, you can come down here and it's going to tell you, this is a pre-order and it will ship mid-March, and you can read all about it at their little link here. I did go over that in my Flosstube 103 episode, but the Hoffman is distributing a new 2025 Prairie Schooler Santa, and they are going to go grab it when they are at Nashville. So you can pre-order it right here, or you can add it to your wish list and just hope that you can pick one up when they get back. But if you want to want to go ahead and order that now, I would do that, but just know you're ordering it sight unseen. But if you're a Prairie Schooler Santa lover, you're probably guaranteed that you're going to love it. Okay, let's go through what has been added. And I do think even while I'm filming this, Steph is adding more things because the night owl here was not on when I started this. This is one of those charts that works with the, this is the Cross Stitch the Rainbows Night Garden collaboration using the Threadworks Night Garden palette. There's been several of those charts throughout. You can kind of read more about that, or there was a thread pack. There may still be a thread pack here. It was available for pre-order. As we go through the Nashville Needlework Market, we'll talk more about that if it's still available. I think that pre-order did close. And again, I really encourage you to follow Steph of Lindy's Stitches. All of the links are down below. She does mention when things close out. All right, Stacy Nash. This is one of my favorites. This probably is my favorite. I love this little pear needle book from Stacy Nash. This is called Velvet Pink Pear Needle Book. This is a new market release. You obviously get to sew up this adorable little pear needle book, but it's the hedgie for me. Look at that little hedgehog. How adorable. This is the cutest thing ever, and you can bet your bottom dollar I already pre-ordered mine. I pre-ordered before I started filming because I was crossing my fingers, hoping that Stacy Nash would have her market releases up this morning, and luckily they did go up and I was able to film. So I did order that. We're going to go through all of Stacy Nash's because amazing. Lots of new animal crackers. I did get Harriet. I thought she would be a great addition to my Easter decor and go really nicely with Maggie May. I love her little dress here. Adorable. So, so cute. So we have a new animal cracker, Harriet. We have the new animal cracker, Rufus. Cute little bear. Look at the darling little circus tag that he's holding. So cute. Her accessories for these are some of the cutest things. Absolutely adorable. We also have this giraffe. Look at his party hat. This is Animal Cracker Goose by Stacy Nash, which is so funny. Look at cute little giraffe and his party hat. I mean, precious, just precious. And I did get Lily. She had shared a sneak peek of stitching a frog animal cracker earlier in the month. And yes, and she has this adorable little spool needle roll kind of doohickey. I don't know if that's not the technical term. But so cute. So yes, totally got Lily. So adorable. And then the other chart was the one that I showed you here a little bit ago, which was her sampler with the smalls. So that is Stacy Nash. Now, Heartstring Samplery also came in over the weekend, and I'm going to highlight a couple of these. I love the Ode to Libraries. The flower borders on this one are my favorite. So even if you wouldn't want to stitch the words on this, you could do just this bottom section or just this top section, and you could do a spool band. You could just do like a long skinny little piece. I love that all of this is coming up out of an open book. It gives me so many ideas for card making. All of my card making friends, you know, if you know, you know. But this is just inspirational. I think this is beautiful. The colors are beautiful. I really found a lot of inspiration from this piece. Even if you're not going to stitch it, I think just everything about it. It's a beautiful one. I also think that the Treasured Memories is gorgeous. I love the border on this. And of course, it's two girls stitching. So they've got their little hoop and their needle, and it says old friends, new friends, treasured memories. This would make a fantastic gift for a stitchy friend. I really liked this one, and I really like the color choices in that one as well. We have some other samplers. I thought this little pillow, a little bit sampler, a little bit rock and roll was funny. These are cute. So these are thread bobbins from Heartstring Samplery. If you love making stitchy boxes, like Jessica, the Sweetwater Stitcher, has a great tutorial where she makes adorable little themed stitchy boxes. Imagine like an Easter stitchy box, and you can tuck this in there, or a summer one, whatever. I thought these were absolutely adorable. Great little gifts. You could break them up and gift one to several people. Table mate gifts, all great little things like that. S is for Stitch. That also would make a nice little a great little smalls exchange. We have another sampler here. And I think that's it for Heartstring Samplery. And then, of course, we have the Pomegranate Fabric by Stephanie that I showed earlier. Rosewood Manor. Rosewood Manor, I actually have never stitched a Rosewood Manor, but I did purchase one of these. So I think these are beautiful. I really love the fabric used here. Let's see if it says. I'm sure it does. This was stitched on Euphoria by Atomic Ranch. Really, really pretty. But I am a sucker for blue. And I sat on this actually for several days, and I finally just clicked and ordered it. I did order Parkington Manor Sampler by Rosewood Manor. This will be my first Rosewood Manor stitch. The beautiful, elegant blooms in a lot of releases from a lot of designers this year are amazing. I loved this. I loved the little swan down here. Everything about this I thought was beautiful. So I did purchase this because I thought I could add it to like my blue sampler wall. Absolutely stunning. And oh, I did want to say, when I looked at this, it's a 10-page booklet. It includes 4 bookmarks, 2 needlebook covers with mix and match scissor fobs, plus a small swan sampler. So it comes with a lot of stuff for $17. I wanted to point that out, and it's charted all in Weeks Dye Works. And this was stitched on a 28 count. I will for sure stitch it on 36 or 40. So it'll be even smaller. It's a 196 by 196. Okay, so that is some Rosewood Manor. We have Little Robin designs. We have some spring pillows. We have adorable little sampler. Another little sampler. This one's super colorful. I've actually seen quite a few people talking about this one. I think this is a favorite. It's the Fanciful sampler. The colors are so bright and happy. They just scream spring to me. Love that. You may notice I'm all about that spring. We have another sampler from Little Robin. That one is beautiful. This little scene here, To My Dear Father, I do love that. I love that it's a little bit more of a masculine feel to it. We have another Night Garden stitch here. This is from Carriage House Sampling, so that's going to be that same thread color palette. And Plum Street samplers dropped late last week. Beautiful charts from Paulette. Here is the tomato sampler. Big house, this beautiful border here, and the girl out tending her tomatoes. This one, I believe, was an exclusive to the Stampler Guild of the Rockies, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, whoever knows, you can correct me. My friend Jessica, Sweetwater Stitcher, stitched this, and I believe Rika stitched this as well. Rika of House of Stitch and Stash, plus many of you, but I've seen both of them stitch it. It is really cute. I do love that one. And it's a nice little small. I also think that would make a great smalls exchange. In her adorable little stack series, we have our little skunk stack. It's called a Stench stack. How funny is that? I thought that was adorable. This is cute. The colors in this are adorable. I love the pink chenille lady dot trim on here. And who else thinks of the Disney movie Bambi and thinks of Flower, the skunk whose name is Flower? I love. That's the vibe I get there. Then this is so pretty. This great big red house. Rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say rejoice. I love that. So good. This is called Rejoice. I really do like this. I like these trees too. I love the big berry basket here on the house. So I like that one. And then I know everyone with little weenie, I don't even have little weenie dogs, and I love these from her. But this is the Meanie Weenies, and I think it's hilarious. So cute. For everyone who has any of these other charts or has little dachshunds, you definitely need this chart. So adorable. And then two of the charts from Paulette that I have seen probably shown the most, or that have gotten like the most love, are Gathered Hearts and like friendship or sisters type of charts. And I love these. So cute. The floral borders in here are so pretty. I even love just like this little house border with the flowers. I think that could be a cute little something or other. Absolutely adorable. And then also she has her friendship garden. And the florals in this are absolutely amazing too. So that is Plum Street samplers. Now, Satsuma Street, many of these have sold out. In fact, it only looks like our little drummer girl might be the only thing. No, that's not true. Our Groovy Chicks are still available. The Topiary Bunnies are still available. No, that's Ardith Designs. Satsuma Street, we only have our Groovy Chicks still available and the little drummer girl. Sign up to be notified. That way Steph and the team know that, you know, there's a lot of interest in these. Obviously, these are always so super popular. I think my favorite's the mouse hanging out in the ornament, in that like shiny bright ornament. I think he's so cute. Okay, then we have some Ardith Designs, bright, colorful, super fun, very fun. And then Hands-On Design. I absolutely love Kathy. If you guys are here and you have followed me, you know this. My very favoritist from Kathy is Ladybug Picnic. I am going to stitch this. It probably won't be a start-a-thon because, as I mentioned when talking about the pomegranate fabric, I'm going to order, or I did order it, in 36 count instead of the called for 32. I prefer stitching with one strand, and so I'm going to stitch mine just like I did the Botanical Bee on a 36 count in the called for fabric color, but I love this so much. One of my very top favorites, and I will have a top favorites post coming to social media this week with my very much favorites, my very favoritist, that's what I should say, from Market. Okay, also we have Wear It Well. This would make a great smalls exchange. Love the little cross-stitchy vibe of this, but I love the little pillow, little needle book. So awesome. So cute. It's in her first in a series is what this is going to be, and it's the Pins and Needles series, which is really fun. And this is Wear It Well, of course. And look here, you can see on the back of the pillow, you can tuck in your little scissors, your goodies, all of that good stuff. So there's a pocket on the back. Absolutely adorable. And here is what the back of the needle book looks like. Kathy's attention to detail and finishing is probably my favorite thing. All of my card makers will understand and know about me that that's probably my biggest draw. Kathy is an amazing designer, and her attention to detail is exactly the kind of thing that I personally love in a finish. So she is absolutely amazing. Okay, let's see what else Kathy has for us. Okay, full disclosure. This berry, there's a hair in my garden. I had no idea it was this big because I must have missed well, I didn't miss it, but I didn't realize this was what Bill, Mr. HOD, was wearing on his head in Kathy's social media posts. It is a giant berry, you guys. It's called a big awesome produce, but I think it could also stand for something else. You can use your imagination. So I did pre-order this one as well. Now, even though it's bigger than what I had imagined, I actually have some fabric carrots that I have sewn. I sewed up last year. I will insert a link for you guys here as well as down in the description below. I think that this would look amazing with some fabric carrots in displays. Even though she's a big berry, I love it. Really cute. And if anyone stitched more chocolate bunnies, either with my Sal or on your own, I feel like this would be a really nice kind of companion addition to your Easter and spring decor. I believe this was from, I can't remember the name of the event they had last year, but this is the Stitching Parliament, Snips, Threads, Specks, and Hoops. I love, Kathy has such a way with words. Absolutely adorable. And the most amazing thing to me, you can stitch them, frame them up, and here they are as stand-ups. How brilliant is that? Oh, so good. So good. Then we have, I believe this is also the first in a series. This is, yes, a 3-part mini-series to celebrate Crafty and all of us. This is the wonderful, let me make sure I say the name correctly, Call Me Crafty cross stitch pattern. So I love it says you say crafty like it's a bad thing. Exactly. So cute. Okay, that is what Hands-On Design has for us for Market. Now, Summer House Stitchworks also has some charts, and one of these is a product from Summer House Stitchworks and Hands-On Design, which I did get, but we'll get to that in a minute. The Fragments in Time, I thought this was really pretty. Let's see. This is her Fragments in Time series. She has a whole bunch of information about it. I am not going to read through all of it, so please check this out. It's going to tell you the release time for the remainder of this series. There's a complimentary border pattern on her website, so definitely check all of that out. Beautiful, beautiful. My Blue Heaven, I do believe this was a retreat piece. I saw several people, I can't remember the name of the retreat, but I know that was a retreat piece. We have the corner of corn and beans, which is hilarious. Love this. That is a lot of full coverage stitching, but it is gorgeous. And then a Remember Me, like a remembrance morning sampler, which I thought was a beautiful idea. I did order this. This is the final book in the Between Friends series. This is a winter sampling. The models are gorgeous. That's all I have to say. I am thrilled to have or receive the final installment of this series. It's been one of my favorites. It has so many good little designs in it, little charts, great little smalls, great little samplers, perfect for all of those times that you have a smalls exchange or a little gift for a friend, all of that good stuff. Okay, we have another one in the Night Garden series here. This one is from Fox and Rabbit, it looks like. Tiny Modernist has some beautiful things. The little moon here with the house. I've seen a lot. It's sold out. Yeah, here's an example of one that's sold out. I believe Tiny Modernist's cutoff date was maybe today, I think. That one has been super popular. Make sure to sign up to be notified. Okay, and here's something I should have mentioned right off the bat too. Even though some of these things are going to sell out, remember, they are going to be available after the fact. They're going to be available for, months and months and months, years, whatever the case may be, depending on the designer. So you can always put some of these things on your wish list and pick them up later. Yesterday I was clever. I did think that was kind of cool. I like the design of this. So many fun little things. Okay, and then I think we are back to, I think we're good. Okay, let's go back to the first page here and make sure that nothing else has been added because I feel like all of the rest of the designers are coming in hot and heavy. Oh no, there is something else. Okay. This is a Stitcher's Journal by Stacey Nash. This is, hot off the press, guys. So, looks like this is, we'll read it together. Stitcher's Journal by Stacey Nash. 36-page Stitcher's Journal packed with beautiful photos, a full year's calendar to keep track of retreats and fun stitchy dates, graphs, whips, future projects, wish lists. Oh, how fun! And she has included one of her favorite antique samplers, Sarah Butcher, 1826. You'll find lovely photos of the sampler along with the charts and the color key. So fun. So Stacey has a Stitcher's Journal. So for anyone who loves Stacey's style, this will be so fun. If you're looking for a journal, definitely recommend that. Also, sorry for the text alerts coming in. Okay, I think I have covered everything. I think I've talked about anything that I have ordered. Tell me what your favorites are for sure. Let me come back over here to my full screen. Okay, so that is it for Nashville Needlework Market 2025. I will have a link to the sweatshirt down below. I will have a link to any of the favorites I highlighted down below, as well as a link just to the overall Nashville Needlework Market section at Lindy's Stitches. So pick up your favorites. Thank you guys so much for your support and for your excitement. You guys have given a lot of wonderful feedback about this series here on my channel. I am so glad you enjoyed it. And let me know, what you're most excited about, what you pre-ordered, and what you think you might stitch for the Start-a-thon, whether you are going to join the Start-a-thon or not. I would love to hear from all of you guys. It is time to talk about what I've actually stitched this week. So I do have a new FFO, and as I mentioned earlier, if you get my newsletter, you have seen it. So this is something I finished stitching a couple of years ago. It was It's by Annie B's Folk Art, and it was part of a stitch club, but now it's being released at Market, and so I had finished stitching it and I just hadn't FFO'd it. So I finally FFO'd it this last week and I love it. So let's flip the camera around and talk about this. This is Cocoa and Kisses by Annie B's Folk Art. This is a Nashville Needlework Market 2025 general release. I have finished this on a 2023 ornament backer board from Chantal's 141 design. It's the snow globe. I will link all of those supplies down below. And I did a circle finish. I laced my finish to one of the circle boards from Fat Quarter Shop. 2 layers of batting underneath here. Added some little rickrack around the edge and hot glued this to my painted board. I did film the majority of this, but I am not going to include it in this video. I can put that video together and put it up if you guys are interested in seeing it. So kind of let me know down below. I painted the bottom of the snow globe one color, the top another, as you can see here. This is a Tim Holtz Holiday Wishes little tag here. I liked it because it says Cocoa and Kisses, and then I thought, and Holiday Wishes. I just thought that was cute. Anyway, used Chantal's bow tool, the 2.5-inch size, to make a double loopy bow. Ribbon is from my stash. The rickrack's from my stash. The Tim Holtz products, the little label here, the little faux screws, they don't actually have any actual hardware to them. Oh, it looks like I was a little messy with my glue there. I need to get that off. But what I love is that they look like little screws. These actually have holes in them, so if you want to thread ribbon through, it's really cute. But I like to put this so it looks like it's the base of a snow globe. You can see that it has some nice padding to it. I stitched mine on 36 count Duxbury by Fox and Rabbit, 1 strand over 2, all of the called for floss. This was, if not my first, close to my first stitch on 36 count that started me down the rabbit hole of loving stitching on 36 or higher count fabric. And so I just love it. I love the kind of dirty Duxbury color of it. The white showed up beautifully. And again, this is now a pre-order or a market release, so this will be available for general or have general availability come here after market. If you haven't pre-ordered, I think it's still available at Lindy Stitches, so I will link to it down below if you're interested, but it's just the cutest. I love this little snowman's face. I love the colors. I also love that this is not kind of that traditional color palette. I am very much a traditional Christmas color palette kind of girl, but I also do some other themed trees, and I really like the neutral theme of this. So again, Cocoa and Kisses by Annie B's Folk Art. Well, hi everyone. It's a previous me who actually did talk through all of this, only to find out after I had gifted this that none of the voiceover recording had worked. So I wanted to share with you what I stitched up to gift to Holly, Mrs. Jones Stitches, when I met her last Saturday. I have had the hands-on design. Stitching is my heart's desire in my stash for quite some time. This was a teaching piece from Kathy that she had taught at my LNS Heart's Desire in Wichita, Kansas. They are no longer in business. The owner retired, but Kathy had taught this here. So of course the Heart's Desire was a play on the name of the shop. But she has this wonderful chart, and I have been wanting to stitch this for a while. What I ended up doing was stitching this into this little pillow pin keep For Holly, I stitched the design on 36 count Morganite by Fiber on a Whim using 1 strand over 2. I made it into this little pillow. I actually sewed it up on the side. I believe in the directions, Kathy had opened up the back of the pillow and then either put a patch over it or something, but I did the side. I also did change the colors. I was gifting this to Holly after all. So I changed it to Color and Cotton colors. I will list all of those down in the description. I did keep with the pink and green and black theme, but you'll notice I pulled in some aqua. And that's because I kind of had pulled the finishing fabrics first and had a good idea that I wanted a little aqua into the design. And so I did switch out some of the border elements to a more aqua or teal floss, added some Lori Holt vintage trim, added a little Minky Kim label on the side, did a little Tim Holtz stick pen with some ribbon around it. I stamped Holly's name on some fabric and then just tucked that into the pin to personalize it. I added a little pin with some buttons and a little charm on it. Those things are both removable. The pin is removable. The little sticky pin with her name is removable. The little pin with buttons is removable. You can tuck scissors in here. See how that just came right out? I wanted to make it so that it wasn't something permanent, and then she can really do whatever she wants. But my imagining for this was to really make something that could sit in a stitching box or sit on a shelf, sit in a display in a craft room, whatever the case may be. It's perfect to house some scissors or snips in it. Or other, like a little vintage button card, I think would also be super cute. Whatever you want to do there. This stitched up in one evening. It took me about 3 to 3.5 hours to actually stitch. I stitched it one evening. I finished it the next evening into the pillow. I did stuff it with wool roving. And I will show you the colors I used, -1. I think I moved one of the pink colors into my other stitch that I'm going to show you here in a little bit. So this is Ferris wheel was my dark color. The light pink was Begonia. Jasper was my teal color. Shadow was used for the black, and Enchanted was the green. These were all colors I had from Color and Cotton from the club kit that they used to have, their Floss Club, which they don't have any longer. So you can always check out Color and Cotton's website or email them to see if they have similar colors if you want, or you can use the called for, I think it was DMC. I just literally went through my stash to pick things out. Here's what it looks like with some scissors inside. And again, super sorry that I had to voice this over. I do not know what happened to my video recording. There I am talking with no sound. Thank you guys. That is my second fully finished project this week. Finish for the week, which actually is a new start and finish. I've been working on the love notes from With Thy Needle and Thread. Last week I showed you I'd finished stitching Hugs and Kisses. And this week I actually started and finished the Be Mine. It was a very quick stitch. I started it one evening and finished it the next. I think I started it Monday evening and finished it Tuesday. Very quick, very easy. All of the called for DMC was used for this. And now I have 2 of the 5 done. I am going to keep stitching on these. As I mentioned last week, I think there's nothing wrong with stitching up a season or a holiday even after it's passed, getting your projects FFO'd, and then when you go to get out your decorations the next year, you have a bunch of fun little surprises to look at. So here is the look at Be Mine, a little bit closer up look. Lots of little back stitching on this one. This one was really fast and easy. I am stitching mine on 40 count Milk Coffee by XJU Design. And again, all of the called for DMC for this. Absolutely love it. The Milk Coffee is one of my favorite linen colors because I think the whites look so amazing on it. So that was my finish for the week, but it was a new start and finish. Now, I haven't FFO'd Maggie May yet, but I did want to mention this because even though she was a finish last week and now I am really going to FFO her, I wanted to show something and I wanted to share this because I know so many people are stitching the animal crackers right now. In a photo somewhere, I feel like it was a Stacy Nash photo, but it may be somewhere else. I had seen that somebody had put like little teeny tiny buttons on Maggie's sweater. And so I went to Etsy. I found a supplier for the littlest teeny tiny buttons. Look how tiny they are. Let's put them in my hand because I knew they needed to be tiny. But I am all about finishing details. There we go. Look how tiny. I'm all about finishing details and those little accessories and things that really finish off a design beautifully. And so, oh man, did I drop one? Oh no, there it is. I mean, these, we can't lose these. They're so small. Anyhow, I love them. I knew that I wanted to do something for Maggie's sweater. I did end up stitching 3 of them on here, and now I am going to FFO her. But this is where I got mine from Thread Follower, Cynthia Treen Studio. This is on Etsy. I will link this down below, but I just wanted to share this with you guys because I thought these were amazing. And I think a lot of the buttons and things that she has would be fantastic for other animal crackers and other animal crackers that are coming, right? So I did add these little buttons. I'm going to give her a finish this week. I think I am going to stitch the radish. And again, I'm not going to do the needle book for this. But not a lot to show for this except for these cute little buttons. And I did want to mention that here today in case anybody was interested in doing something similar. I have some whip progress on Key to My Heart. This is the only true whip that I have carried over and worked on this past week since I've talked to you guys last. And this will be a finish before next week because I feel like all the heavy lifting and hard work is done on this guy. I am stitching this on 40 count salt ash from Cedar River Linens, and I am using my own color and cotton conversion, very inspired inspired by my friend Holly Mrs. Jones Stitches. So I just pulled a whole bunch of color and cotton threads, very similar to what was called for in the chart, except I did end up going with the called for greens. I did not feel like I had the right greens from Color and Cotton to use, so I pulled the DMC and the Classic Colorworks colors that are called for to use, and I am very happy with those. And here is my progress. This is a shocking, and I do know that I'm missing a little greenery right here. I need to fix that. This is a shocking amount of work, believe it or not. I can't even believe how much work this, or how much this took me to do. Plus, I discovered a mistake in the beak and the key, and I ended up ripping them out. It's not that many stitches, so I didn't feel bad ripping that out and restitching that, but I love it. I do want to discuss, why do I have a funny little line here and then looks like stripes? It's not going to stay that way. It will be solid. This line is actually page 1 of the chart, and I just wanted to make sure that I was getting all of my counting correctly. And then these little fill-ins was also counting to make sure that I had all of this correct. I will be filling all of this in with that Harlequin color from Color and Cotton. I feel like this is the perfect pinky red. I love this color. I do not know if they offer this, but it has been the perfect color for this chart, and I love it. I did end up going ahead and filling in the L. I think I did that last night. and I outlined all of the V, filled in part of this, and then in my morning stitching, I went ahead and started the letter E. So tonight I am going to finish my E, finish the fill in, and then I want to get this FFO'd and put away and ready for next year. I absolutely love it. It is so pretty, really fun, and definitely I'm in my Brenda Gervais era for Valentine's stitching, and so pretty. Okay, I have one more project, and it is a restart, new start project, and it is from Our Lasting Friendship from Blackbird. I'm actually going to share my original with you guys. My friend Jessica, the Sweetwater Stitcher, had gifted me this Christmas of 2023, the chart, and we had started this as a friend stitch, Chantal of 141 Design, Jessica, and myself. And this was literally my start. And this is stitched on 36 count Legacy by Picture This Plus. And I have let it languish, and I've just not really felt compelled to pick it up and stitch. So, but I love the idea behind the chart. I love this design, and I'm going to hold it up here so you can see. Kind of the idea is to put like friends' initials in these little kind of, I don't know, are they cartouches? Are they just little labels? I don't know what you want to call them, here in the center of the chart. Well, I was discussing this with my friends Holly and Lori, and Holly had a great suggestion. She said, I love that. I have that. You know, Holly is doing a year of Blackbird. If you aren't following Holly, please follow her. It's Mrs. Jones Stitches on Instagram and here on YouTube. And she said, I really want to stitch just this part. And I thought, you know, that's really doable, really easy, and a great idea. And then we'd pass it around and let friends fill in their initials. And then you'd have something that you can keep, you know, in your stitch box, in your craft room, whatever the case may be. So Holly is amazing at picking colors. And so we kind of said, what do you think about you picking out some colors and brightening it up a little bit? So Holly kind of came up with a color palette. I am using a lot of the same colors that Holly has. Maybe a few of them are a little bit different, and I'm sure she'll talk all about that on her Flosstube. Plus, I'm going to insert a fun little interview I did with friends while we were at Silver Needle. So she's going to show you her progress on that and everything. However, she will have all of the details when she shares her stitch on her social media. But I pulled this color palette, and you can see this is a lot brighter than that original, very, very neutral color palette. And this really matches my room, my vibe, everything. So really excited about that. And we did a little start together when we were at the Silver Needle. And here is my start. I did start with the frame, and I started up here in the corner because I am going to make mine into a little pillow that I can tuck into displays in my craft room, or, you know, my stitching, like my stitching area, whatever I feel like doing there. And I started this here. I am not doing an exact color conversion. I'm mostly just stitching where the mood strikes with my colors. But the only color I have used so far, and that's going to be for the border and part of the phrase, is Gulfstream by Color and Cotton. And I just love the variegation in it, and I think it's going to be so pretty. As soon as I finish Key to My Heart, I'm going to get back to this one and get this stitched so that my friends can fill in their initials, and I can get this all, because I'm going to have to mail it off to them. And I am going to send it to any of the friends that are not close to me with the thread I'd like them to use, and have them, you know, fill in their initials and then send it back. And I just thought it's a really, really fun way to commemorate stitchy friendships. and have something fun that I can look at. And by just stitching this little area, this little part of the chart, it really makes it doable for a quick finish. So I thought that was really, really fun. I'm stitching on 36 count cream puff by Color and Cotton. And again, using my own, or Holly's, I guess I should say, I'm using Holly's color conversion from Color and Cotton. I did pull one DMC, but I don't think I'm actually going to end up using it, but I did pull it. I might, I don't know. But all of the rest are Color and Cotton, and I will have all of the colors listed down in the description below for this, as well as Key to My Heart. And I will give you the exact conversion for at least what I'm doing so far, if you're interested at all. So that is Our Lasting Friendship by Blackbird. So it is time for the Enable Vision portion of today's video, and I am actually going to be inserting some clips of the Silver Needle into here where we talk about our lasting friendship, what we stitched, things that we picked up, favorite purchases from the day, and I hope you guys enjoy. Hi, we're at the Silver Needle. Karen is here. Karen, you want to show what you picked up today?
Let's see, I've got vintage ornaments.
I love this one. This one is so, so cute.
And then Jelly Bean Jubilee.
So she's got a little Christmas and a little Easter happening. Okay, let's see what else we can see. I'm going to walk over here. I'm going to have Holly show you, but Holly and I picked out a sampler. And we're going to stitch something, but we would never have picked it from the chart cover, but I do want to show. I'll have Holly hold it up here in a minute, but I'm going to flip this around. So yeah, it's up there high. So we picked a Stacy Nash sampler to stitch, so I'm excited about that. Hi!
Hi!
So Holly is here, and we picked out a really fun sampler that we're going to stitch, but we would never have picked it. We agreed, right?
Yes. Yes.
Just by the cover alone. So do you want to show it first?
The cover?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we're going to show you how cute it is.
So this is the Mary Bovee sampler from Stacy Nash.
But look at the sample. I'm going to flip around here and have Holly show you. Let me come in.
So same chart, but I really think it makes a huge difference when you get to see a model stitched, because just judging on the front of the chart, I probably wouldn't have ever chosen to stitch this, but after seeing this, we both saw it, and then we were digging trying to find the chart, and we just love it so much. So I can't wait to start this soon.
Yay! Thank you.
Okay, so one of the things that was on my list when we were coming back to Silver Needle was the Noel Tuffet, which is this beautiful monochromatic cream on solid fabric, and they did have that. But then I ended up, my favorite stitch of the day is the Glad Tidings, which is, I think, just gorgeous. It's on a mocha fabric, lots of pop in the white, which is sometimes hard to find when you're stitching, and so they have gorgeous, gorgeous Shakespeare Peddler samples, so I'm really excited to get home and not start it today, but before Christmas.
All right, I'm going to actually share what I purchased at the Silver Needle, plus I'm going to show some friend gifts with you guys. So, starting with, my friend Karen made little ear pod cases for us, which is super cute, which mine are right here, so look at that. How adorable is this? I love it. Thank you so much, Karen. Oh, don't ignore my hair that's stuck in here. So that is the cute little ear pod case from Karen. And then Holly had her mom make these awesome little thread beds. Oh my gosh, you guys, how adorable is this? Now that I've shown it to you, I'm totally going to go use it. I love it so much. It is the cutest little thread bed. She gave us these adorable little needle minders. And then she also gave some wonderful vintage buttons and rickrack trim. Thank you so much, Holly. So I did not have a ton that I really quote unquote needed because I'm doing a lot of market, pre-ordering and things like that. But something that just keeps niggling at me that I want to have in my stitching library is the wordplay series from Brenda Gervais. And so I thought to myself, well, that is something that you could likely pick up at the Silver Needle. They are a fantastic source of With Thy Needle and Thread charts. So if there is ever anything that you are looking for, I highly recommend giving them a call or checking their website because they have a lot of Brenda Gervais. And so I did end up picking up a bunch of the wordplay series. All right, I ended up getting October. I got all the months they had, so they were out of a few. I don't know how I got these so badly out of order. So I got October, I got July. We have August. I have June, or I got June. Here is September. Aren't they just the cutest? I've seen so many people stitch these. I just love them. December. I love December. And then I did get January, which I love the snowman. February. And March. So I'm missing April, May, and November. So they had just gotten these back in stock, and they said that they just always go super fast. And I will just check back with them to pick up some of the rest of these at a certain point because I want to have all of these in my collection, and I would love to stitch all of these at some point. Now, while I was there, I did go through a few other things. And one of the things, or a couple more Brenda Gervais things I ended up picking up because I'm just really into the Easter stitching this year. I don't even know who I am. Are these samplings number 2 Easter eggs from Brenda Gervais With Thy Needle and Thread. I love these. This is actually fabric. The fabric's in here. It's not actually stitched. And then you stitch this one. And I just love these. I feel like I've seen several Flosstubers do those. And then I did pick up this one as well. I love that little bunny. And I love it finished on the box like that. Really, really cute. Love the little strawberries. This is Spring Serenade from 2020. I don't have that one either. And I also picked up, because I don't have Autumn Splendor, I don't know why I never picked this one up, so I did pick up Autumn Splendor. I picked up Autumn's Acorn Gathering, another one that I didn't have in my stash. And funny enough, I got to quote Shakespeare, and I have seen several Flosstubers, including Christy of Crosshatch Quilts, share this in her recent Flosstube. And I had picked this up, and then I just watched her Flosstube last night, and I kind of giggled to myself because I was like, oh my gosh, I just picked this up, and now she is showing it. And I just thought that was really funny. I love this. I think it's so, so cute. So I guess I'll be in good company when I stitch this. A couple more things for my stash is I don't have a Heart Remembers book by Blackbird, so I did end up picking this up. And then the other book that I was looking for to pick up is Ooh La La by Blackbird, and I picked that one up as well. So just adding stash library here. No plans to stitch any of these right away. Maybe the Easter eggs, but love adding. Okay, and then I am going to pop the photo. You probably saw it either before or after this. You will see Holly talk about this. But we picked up this chart, Mary Bovee, I think, sampler from Stacy Nash. And from this cover chart, if you're seeing this first before I pop the example up, you're probably thinking, what in the world? Why would you want to stitch that? I have to say the photo on the chart does not do this justice whatsoever. But I am going to leave this here and I am going to pop up the photo so you can see how beautiful this is. Holly and I both picked this up and we're going to stitch it at some point. I just need to find the perfect fabric for this and pull the threads, but it is so pretty, deceptively so, and I'm really, really excited to get this stitched. It has some Gentle Arts threads here. The sample was stitched on murky. I don't think I'll do murky, but I will do a dark linen. Okay, so my orders from Lindy Stitches came, not my market pre-orders, but she had gotten quite a bit of needle and flax linen. So this is the 40 count Sleeping Bear. So pretty. So I picked up some of this. Love that. I'm going to show, I also got the 36 count. And I think sometimes they don't look the same on different counts, but I feel like these look very, very similar. Just one's 36 and one's 40. Also from Needle and Flax, I got this beautiful piece of Dirty Teacup. Love that. I've also seen quite a few Flosstubers stitch on that, and that's 40 count. And I got 40 count Hemingway, which is a beautiful, beautiful dark mottled fabric. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. And again, I got all of these at Lindy's Stitches. Then there is another, I say Valentine's, but it's not red Valentine's, it's a heart. It's a chart from Brenda Gervais that I really want to stitch. I think it would be pretty quick. And it was stitched, the called for was stitched on 32 count linen by Weeks Dye Works. So that is what I purchased, and Lindy's Stitches had it. And it is very much just kind of that standard linen color. And again, that's 32 count. And then the colors that are called for in this heart chart, and I don't have it in here or I'd show it, are Belle Soie from Classic Colorworks, the Belle Soie silks. So I went ahead and picked up the Belle Soie silks to stitch on this, so you can see it's super pretty. I think it would even just be pretty for spring. So I am going to stitch that up for springtime, and Lindy Stitches had the fabric and the floss I needed for that chart. And then I had mentioned that I ended up picking up the beautiful Quaker Christmas stocking from Kathy Barrick because I saw Christy of Crosshatch Quilts stitch and finish this, FFO it, and I just think it is amazing. She has the Quaker Houses stocking coming out at market, which is a companion piece, and I'm going to get this all kitted up and add this to my stitching start sometime. Who knows when? I just love it. Okay, two more things to share. Number one, the Sew Sampler February box came. The Cupid box came, and I actually filmed an unboxing for that. I mean, it came a couple weeks ago, and I ended up not ever sharing the unboxing of that because it sold out so fast. But I did do a fun little sewy project with some of the fabric from the box. The box was amazing. I mean, it's sold out for good reason, but a lot of the things maybe are still available. So I am going to either add that to next week's video, or I will put it up in a separate video at some point. I did want to mention that because I did get it, and I want to thank Fat Quarter Shop for sending it, but I'm making some projects with it that I will share. So let me flip my camera and let's go ahead and see what is inside. I will tell you that I actually have not, I did look to see what fabric was included, but I have not looked through this. So this is the February Sew Sampler box. Let's see, there's a code on the back for 15% off B plaids. So that is a great deal. There's always the little handout that tells you what you're getting and the value. So we're just going to start with the Junior Piece and Play Stacker. This is by Lori Holt for Riley Blake Designs, and it's 10-inch squares of fabric valued at $22.48. The pattern that you can make with it is amazing. I did see, at least when I looked a few days ago, that the finishing kit for this quilt was in stock. I will link it as long as it's still in stock, but this is a great pattern. This is the Cheerful Quilt pattern. I love this. Look how pretty this is, you guys. So cute. I think you could even leave off that bottom row if you wanted to make like a little square table topper. But here it tells you what else you need to finish this. The pattern is valued at, did I miss it? Oh no, it's right there. $9.98. Then you're getting a friction pin. I always need a friction pin. I love that they included a friction pin in the box this month, valued at $2.98. An Olfa 45 millimeter ergonomic rotary cutter. I love this. I really like that they included this. I don't have this one, and I'm kind of excited to try the ergonomic one. It's valued at $32.98. So this is a really, really nice rotary cutter. And then, of course, the Peaceful Baskets block. This is block 11. I really need to get to sewing this. And this is valued at $4.98. So I thought this was a fantastic box for February. I thought the quilt was beautiful. I loved the fabric they included. I loved the notions. Really, really good. I have seen, at least at the time of me recording this video, that they had a few a la carte boxes for sale, and I will link those down below as well. Last thing I want to share with you is not stitching related. Instead, it was another find from Target. And this is for all of my non-quilters, or maybe you just don't want to stitch this kind of thing. I had noticed that I love kitchen-y things. I love kitchen linens. I love kitchen dishes. I love all of that. I don't know why. I'm sure I'm not alone. Anyhow, I had noticed that they had some really, really cute spring napkins that look like they had embroidery or stitching on them. And so I actually ended up ordering these for pickup sight unseen, and I figured I could take them back if I didn't like them. If it was printed. I only wanted it if it was actually stitched on. And yes, they sure are. How adorable is this? So I picked up a little set of napkins to do a little tablescape, and I also picked up this really pretty table runner that matches. I'm not usually a super big purple person, but I loved this for springtime. I thought this was really pretty. It has some nice quilting on it. It's double-sided, so it's just like a nice little stripe on the back and then this floral on the front. But when paired with this, some natural, like rattan or whatever placemats and neutral dishes, I just thought this was so pretty. So as soon as I get my tablescape put together, I will show you guys what that looks like. just thought it was really fun. I had no intention of buying anything like this, but I thought this was really pretty. I loved that this had like some little stitchy detail to it, and I will link both of these down below as long as they are still available. All right, it is time for giveaway winners, and this week's giveaway, we are going to keep it super simple this week. So first up, from Flosstube Stitching with Nichol, episode 103, I was giving away a $25 gift certificate to Lindy's Stitches to buy whatever you want, but to help with market pre-orders or market orders. The winner is Margaret Miller. Margaret, if this is your comment, please email me at the email address shown here on the screen with the email where you would like me to send your gift certificate. Thank you so, so much. So give me or email me and let me know that you're the winner of the $25 gift certificate, and I will get it emailed to you. Okay, this week I am going to give away my third and final $25 gift certificate to Lindy's Stitches. All you need to do to win is leave a comment and tell me what you are looking forward to starting the most from Market. I want to thank everybody for all of the wonderful comments you've left so far. It's really fun reading through all of them and seeing what you like. Leave the keyword Nash Stash somewhere, or the keywords, I guess, somewhere in your comment for a chance to win. And I cannot wait to read through all of your comments. Now, this isn't the end of the giveaways. This is just the end of the Nashville Needlework Market gift certificate giveaways. So just the one opportunity this week for the giveaway. I will be back to kind of regular physical product giveaways in my next episode. Okay, friends, I think that is it for this week's episode. I know it was a little bit longer one, but I had a lot of stuff to share. I am going to get back to finishing kitting up my class that I'm going to teach and working on finishing up the projects that I have on my to-do list first that I had wanted to finish by the end of February, but we're going to just chalk it up to February's a short month. So if it takes me a few extra days, that's okay. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So I'm going to go work on finishing up those things and FFOing a whole bunch of stuff that I can hopefully get done this week. Thank you, as always, for spending some of your day with me. I appreciate all of you so much, and enjoy your stitching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, click that like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to always be notified when I have a new Flosstube stitching or quilting video. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and we'll see you next time. I leave links for everything I am sharing down in the description below. Wow. Description. It's not that hard to say. All right, it is time for finishes and FFOs, starting with my FFO for the week first. Am I seriously getting a pimple? That's great. It is time for FFOs, and we'll just do finishes in this section as well. No, we're not. Never mind.